Hey everyone, this is Adam from Psychedelic Invest. So I just want to let you guys know we also have a sister channel called Psychedelic Insights. So that is my channel where I post interviews I do with CEOs and other important people in the psychedelic sector, and just general psychedelic videos in general. So please, if you like the content that you see on this channel, I'll leave a link in the description. If you could go there and subscribe, you'll be able to get even more content regarding psychedelics and psychedelic investing. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hello, everyone. This is Adam Taber with PsychedelicInvest.com. I hope you guys are all doing well today. In today's earnings report analysis, we're going to be going through Numinus Wellness's Q3 of 2023 earnings report, and I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on it. So let's just jump right into things. We'll start with the bullets. So Q3 of 2023 revenues grew 713.3% year over year to $6 million. Q3 2023 revenues grew 12.6% from the previous quarter. Gross profits of $2.1 million. Staff reductions and operational realignment resulted in $0.6 million of one-time expenses during the quarter. Cash position of $13 million as of May 31st, 2023. And those are pretty much the important bullets here. And now we'll dive into the numbers, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on this earnings report. All right, so let's jump into some of the dirty details of this earnings report. We'll start off with the revenues, and we'll go through basically everything here. So their total revenue demonstrated a sequential increase of 12.6%. This growth was primarily driven by the 67% sequential increase in their clinical research operations. On the other hand, their core business, their clinic network, experienced a sequential growth of about 5.5%. So most of their revenue growth was due to their clinical research operations. I don't know how sustainable that is long term. I'd like to see more out of their core business, their clinic operations. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see how kind of this story unfolds through these earnings reports as time goes on. But definitely something to keep an eye on. It's also very, very important to note here that their gross margin deteriorated by 480 basis points sequentially. That's roughly half a percent. So this is a concern to investors in general, as it may impact profitability long term. So once again, another thing to keep an eye on here, and definitely kind of question marks starting to arise in regards to Numi and their pathway forward and kind of what's going on here. Numi's net losses remained relatively stable sequentially, standing at minus 7.3 million. While there was some sequential growth, it was not optimally profitable. And once again, this is a matter of concern. So the net losses, they're still there, not really getting offset by much right now. They have limited cash on hand at this point. There is very likely going to be a dilution event for Numinus in the future. They have to raise cash. Peyton has mentioned that they will have enough cash leading into the approval of MDMA, but then there is this X amount of time, let's say it could be about a year before MDMA is even commercialized and we can start seeing actual revenues being generated from it. So I'm just like more questions here in regards to Numi is like, will their cash on hand sustain them until there is some market movement in regards to, let's say, MDMA approval, where Numi would likely see an increase in its stock price, and that could lead to dilution for them, where they can raise some cash. I'm not sure how everything is going to play out for them. Their CEO insists that they will have enough cash up until the point of MDMA approval. We'll see how this unfolds. Once again, these are just as anyone speculating on the psychedelic sector itself, these are questions you should be asking because they're all very relevant. And specifically in regards to Numi, they're in an interesting position right now, given that they're definitely a MDMA play, but their cash on hand is extremely limited right now, and we will have to see how this is going to play out over the course of time. So furthermore, Numinus's limited information regarding their licensing platform has left some important questions unanswered, particularly about the timing of the expected revenues for some of the training they're going to be doing through this licensing platform. So if they've spoken about the licensing platform, I'd like to hear more about the licensing platform, because once again, this is going to be another avenue for them to generate some revenue. So all in all, when looking at Numinus's earnings report in its totality here, I think that from my perspective, I think there is definitely a lot to like about Numinus in general. I like the fact that they're an MDMA play, more or less, and we do have this MDMA approval catalyst, which will probably be one of the soonest catalysts that will hit the psychedelic sector in general, and most important ones. So I like that Numinus has that going for them, but I guess for me, a lot of the question marks remain on where is this where is this revenue going to come from? How significant is the revenue going to be? Is their cash position actually going to last them until MDMA is medicinally approved? And will medicinal approval of MDMA be enough of a bump for Numinus to enable them to raise cash at a decent valuation? So, like, a lot of questions here. We'll see how things go for Numinus. So in regards to how I feel about Numinus, this earnings report, this definitely raised more questions for me than answered. I just really want to see where Numinus's money is going to start coming from, what's going on with this licensing platform, and just generally where's Numinus's revenue going to come from until this the moment where MDMA is medicinally approved, and we'll likely see hype coming in from there. That will lead to possible dilution or a fundraise for Numi. So once again, I'm left with more questions than answers here, but this was kind of my perspective on this earnings report. I think the next one will be very, very telling. But yeah, that's how I feel about this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.